Welcome to TipTopWebsite.com video show number 13 for November 27th, 2008. I'm Dan Doherty, your host and CEO of TipTopWebsite.com. I want to wish you and your family happy Thanksgiving. TipTopWebsite.com, where you can create your own website online in 60 seconds for only $1. This is going to be a great show. Show number 13 is going to be a great one. Stay tuned. We've been talking about iPhones and Blackberries, and I always show you my Blackberry Curve that I swore I'd never get, but I use all the time. Bob, or Robert, whatever his name is, we were joking around with last week. Actually, Bob's a friend of mine. He wrote in last week saying he's going to go with the Blackberry Storm. So I went over to Bob's house this weekend. Bob went to go get it on Friday. Bob's a real person. Anyways, he went to go get it from Verizon, and Verizon said that we can't even sell it to you because the whole network's down for activation. So they couldn't even sell him the phone. Remember this happened with Apple when the iPhone came out? You think Verizon would learn their lesson, but no. So anyway, so he gets his name on the list, goes back. I think it was Sunday he went back. He got the phone. Yeah, I was at his house Sunday. Gets the phone. It's incredible. It looks a lot like the iPhone. It's a Blackberry Storm by Verizon. RIM makes it, the company RIM out of Canada, but it's made for the Verizon. And it's got a touchpad. The actual screen is a touch screen, just like the iPhone, but when you touch on the keys, you can feel a force feedback. So the screen doesn't move. The screen's just a solid glass piece, but when you touch it, it kind of vibrates. You know you're touching the H or the I or the D key, whatever key you're touching. A, B, C, you're touching it, you're feeling it. So it's much harder to make a mistake. You still can make mistakes when you got big fat fingers like mine. But it's a really cool phone. Definitely an iPhone competitor. So that's the Blackberry Storm. I think it's a great phone. I'm a big fan of Blackberries. Also, what's cool about it is with the Blackberry Curve, you have all the numbers down here. It's like a full keyboard. They call it a query keyboard. Why? Q-W-E-R-T-Y, query keyboard. Well, on the Storm, all the keys are together. Like A and S would be together and D and F would be together. Well, if you turn it on its side, this is not the Blackberry Storm, but if you turn it on its side, you get a full keyboard widthwise. It goes widescreen. So that's very cool. So if you have one, write in, let me know. Next to when you're watching the show here, tiptopwebsite.com/video. There's a form there. Fill it out. It goes directly to me. Let me know if you got the Storm. Let me know if you like it. Do you have it, the iPhone? Do you like it better? My buddy Bob's got both. He thinks the iPhone's a prettier looking phone. He didn't say prettier. I think he used the word cooler looking phone, sexier looking phone. The Blackberry, though, I'm a big fan of Verizon. I got to tell you, it's a good company. So check it out. That's an update on the Blackberry Storm. Thank you, our correspondent Bob. We're going to have you on the show. Your emails are becoming part of the show. You're a direct pipe to Verizon Blackberry Storm. All right, so that's the Blackberry Storm for you. A couple weeks ago, we talked about 2008 time inventions of the year, the best inventions of the year. I'm looking at number 4. I'm going to skip over these. We did 1 and 2. Number 4, Hulu. I'm always pushing Hulu, HULU.com. Fox and NBC got together, put $100 million behind it, and you can watch all the shows. SNL, The Daily Show, The Office, Ghostbusters, movies like Ghostbusters, Fifth Element, Lost in Translation. Watch whatever you want. It's the greatest thing in the world. It's all free. They put a very small commercial at the beginning or in the middle of the show, maybe a 30 or 60-second commercial. That's it. You're watching it. A lot of the shows are high definition. Hulu.com, HULU.com. Very cool. I like them. I also like Netflix movies on demand. I like watching the movies on demand. My kids were watching Godzilla the other day. You can watch about 10 or 11,000 movies on demand just on your laptop. You pay the $9.95 a month fee. They mail you a couple of movies a month, but you can watch 10 or 11,000 movies. Got a movie yesterday from Netflix. It's the Ben Stiller movie. And I just lost the name, but I'm at Netflix right here, so I'm going to check it out here. What movie did I just get? The movie was so memorable, I forgot the name. I'm looking at my queue here, Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder, I'm going to read about it here. You know the new Ben Stiller movie? Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr., Matthew McConaughey, Nick Nolte, and Tom Cruise. It's a movie within a movie. It's these superstar Hollywood guys, and they go film a movie in the jungle, and they think they're filming a movie, but it's really real life. So the director goes and drops them off in the middle of nowhere. Ben Stiller's character really thinks he's still part of the movie. The other guys are kind of wise to it. It's supposed to be the funniest movie ever. I watched it, maybe it was late last night I watched it. It was definitely a good movie. It was different. Wasn't the best movie ever. So, anyways, that's Netflix. I wanted to bring that up as I'm segueing into Netflix. So I got that. Tropic Thunder is definitely a watch, but definitely not the movie pick of the week. So, all right, so number 4, Time Inventions of 2008. Number 4, Hulu. Number 38. Everything's technology here. This is baseball, and baseball is all about technology. And why? The Baseball Instant Replay. Number 38, Time Inventions of the Year. Introducing for this season's stretch run, replays allow teams to contest controversial home run calls for the first time. Using ballpark monitors, umps can review a play from every possible angle. This may add minutes to a game that's already suffering from slowness, but that's a small price to pay for making a correct call. Now, I don't know what they're saying, suffering slowness. I think baseball is a great sport. I think it's phenomenal. Both my kids play it. It really is an all-American sport. I played all sports as a kid. Baseball, I don't know, I played 5, 6, 7 years of baseball. My kids are really into it. It's a great time for my wife and I to sit there and watch the game. Technology has now creeped into baseball. And the instant replay, there you go. The instant replay from Major League Baseball. Can you believe it? It's come to that? Hey, umps are only human. You know, they can't make every call perfectly. Now you're going to get 50,000 fans screaming at them saying, look at the screen, look at the screen. So there's 2 more inventions, Time Inventions of the Year. I'm reading them directly from here, so you know this is a real deal. I'm not making it up. So 2 more inventions of the year. Hulu, which we've already talked about here at tiptopwebsite.com. We told you about that months ago. Baseball replay, that's awesome. Bob, everyone else, keep the stories coming about those iPhones and the Blackberries and the G1s. Let me know. People seem to love that. I'm getting a lot of comments about the phones. They're pocket computers. I mean, look at this thing. I'm always going back to the BlackBerry here. I can browse the web. I can send email, text messages, write myself notes, send myself emails, do GPS maps. It's incredible. I think this thing cost me $99 after rebate. It's a pocket computer. This is about 1,000 times more powerful of a computer than Neil Armstrong had when they landed on the moon. Is that crazy what we're holding in our hands now? And this BlackBerry Curve, forget it. Bob's got the Storm. That's 10 times more powerful than this. So there you, well, maybe not 10 times. Let's say 7.5 times. Let's use some math here. So anyways, it's getting crazy. These big laptops, as cool as they are, they're getting smaller and smaller. Everything used to be bigger and bigger. Now smaller and smaller is the way to go. We'll all be walking around with computers on our arms soon. Don't joke. I'm not joking. They're already doing it in Tokyo. They got little keypads put right into their clothing. So they hold their arm up and they do this, and they got a QWERTY keyboard right on their arm sleeve. And in their glasses, they have a little monitor. So they're typing as they're walking around. Now that's crazy. That might be a little too alienish for us. Maybe that's the aliens' master plan. Remember we talked about, are we aliens or humans? Maybe the aliens are already here. I don't know. Again, we'll have to check with Tom Cruise on that. Only he knows who the aliens are. All right, so Tom, if you're watching, let me know. Dan at tiptopwebsite.com. My movie pick of the week, 1997, Val Kilmer played the Saint. Roger Moore did an old TV series before he was the ultimate James Bond. No, they're all ultimate James Bond. They're all great. But before Roger Moore became James Bond, he did a TV series called The Saint, where he played a character, Simon Templar, did it in London.